Oh yeah, we are back with all the pews.
Man, you had me. I had that intro had a song. You know what I'm saying? That instrumental, that beat, man, produced by Thirst for Worse. My boy Eli Music had me vibing. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
but you know what? We gotta put credits on it, man. Send me those credits, and we will put them on there. So
Okay, for
I do
sure.
love our intro, man. Like our intro is better than pretty much any other podcast in the world. Let's go.
Yeah. You already know.
T-Qron, what's good, sir? It is it's February. Welcome to February, the shortest month of the year, the most romantic month, some say, and definitely the second month of the year. That is
Which reminds me, right after this, I gotta get some. I gotta get some gifts going for. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, man, fun
hmm For that Valentine Day.
man.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree, man, they got like little, you know what I'm saying? They got the little heart. It's a little like heart
I
candies.
ain't
They
got
got
no Dollar
cards.
Tree out here in Hawaii, bros.
Are you serious? No Dollar Trees?
In Hawaii?
Oh,
No.
that's sad,
Hell to
man.
the no. There is no such thing as a Dollar Tree. If they had something close to a Dollar Tree, the Hawaii Dollar Tree would be called the $100 Hawaii. Well, $100 tree. You get what I'm saying? Like, get the
The
mm,
$25 tree.
the $25 tree.
Well,
Right.
what's funny, man, is the
Shit.
Dollar Tree ain't okay. So the deal was back in the day. I remember, see, man, this is why our country is gone. Like, let it go. But back in the day, you could walk into the Dollar Tree and guess how much things were?
A
A
dollar.
dollar. Go
A
figure.
dollar.
Then
I
they
actually
raised.
got to see that when I left Hawaii to go to Vegas in 2014. Bro, I walked into my first 99-cent store and literally everything was 99 cents because you got to think there's no sales tax on food. I mean, your grocery purchases. So you could literally walk out with 20 different items. And mind you, most of these things, like take the candy aisle for instance. When we were growing up, there were so many candies, right? I mean, so all that good sugary stuff, right? In the candy aisle as a kid. Every freaking bag of candy was between $5 to $8 in Hawaii. Why the fuck would you spend $5 to $8 as a parent on every little bag of candy? Because when the kid wants like five different types, you not spend. But when you go to the goddamn mainland
It's
and you got
easy.
99-cent store, five of
Easy.
them is $5.
It's
Why not? Grab all of them. Fuck it. Let's give all them kids a cavity on the block. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But
that's
that's my
man.
point.
Yeah.
Like that's why I love the states, man, the mainland. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Hawaii, but my heart still belongs in the West Coast. That's why when I was there for like 5 days just 2 weeks ago on tour, felt alive, boy. I loved it.
West
Mm.
Coast is the best coast. Let's go.
And I love my New York rap and my East Coast. You know what I'm saying? I've been to New York. I've been to like Atlanta. I love the vibes there too. It's a whole different world. But when you just the West Coast, and I know a lot of people from the East Coast would agree too that there's something special about the West. You know what I'm saying?
Man, okay, so like anything south of DC. Like if you go like you see where DC is on the East Coast, and then you
Mhm.
go just directly south from there. There's a little bit south of Jersey. You get on into like Virginia and then the south. That's all good. Anything north, all the way up to Maine, let Canada have. You know what I mean? They Alberta voted to like they had a vote in Alberta. And nobody's talking about this, but Alberta wants to become part of the USA. They would be
Oh,
happy. Yes, they would be happy. Like no one wants to see this is the stuff nobody talks about. Canada held a vote in Alberta and they would be happy to leave Canada and become part of the United States, right? You don't
okay.
hear about that part, right? They don't tell you the whole story. So they would be happy to do that. And in exchange, we could give them New York, New Jersey, Maine, all of those tiny, ugly people that think they're so important that don't produce anything other
Hey,
than grief and heartache for poor people. I say we
hey,
give them that. We keep
the,
the
the,
Southeast. You know what I mean? We take Alberta. You
see,
know what I mean? More
hold
camping.
on, Mike, hold on. This is where we need that disclaimer. The views expressed by Mike, FW Mike, are that of his own. I love my peoples, okay, in the West, East, all over, right? Of course, there's certain, but I ain't gonna blame the whole city, the whole state for it. But I get it. Go on. You're on a red. You know what I'm saying? You're on a
No,
roll.
man. We're good. We're good. We're good. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you brought up the East. Like, man, look, I mean, come on. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. Okay. If you want to be part of Canada and part of Canada wants to let free trade, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Free trade. I'm kidding. I think,
Yeah, I wasn't talking along those lines, but hey, you never know what you're gonna get on the Visionary Value podcast. And while we're on disclaimers, when we speak about the finance stuff, like normal, we gotta let them know it ain't it ain't financial advice. I
not
am
from
not a
him.
financial advisor, and neither is Mike. Your wins are your wins, your losses are your losses. This is just what we're doing, okay? So when we're commenting on it,
Well,
we're
that's from
speaking on
him.
it.
For
That's
me
it.
personally, from FW Mike, I'm giving you bad advice specifically in which to lose your money. And if you were to make any gains or find any success whatsoever, it would be an anomaly and antagonistic to the advice I am giving you, specifically designed to cost you money and to lose your money in the markets. So take my advice, heed it. If you want to lose all of your money, and it would be an anomaly if
Oh
you gained
shit.
any cash. That's from me. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, man. With that being said, let's rock and roll. That was a dope
See
ass
how I did that?
disclaimer.
See how
Hey,
I did that?
that's
See
the
how I did.
degenerate disclaimer to the max. Oh, I love it, man. To the 10th power, baby. Let's go.
All right, man. We got oh my god, the freaking market, bro. How about just that? Let's just
Woo!
start there. Oh my gosh, the market. You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like I got kicked in the face. I know if I feel like I got kicked in the face, there's millions of people that feel like they got kicked in the nuts, man. Like, ooh,
Yeah. Well, and
just
hey,
pummel.
it's the man, the whole thing of Mr. Precious Metals safe bet, which they still are a safe bet, don't get me wrong. And yeah, I'm the kind of guy to go, if you bought at the high, at the world record high, at the astounding speed and high that silver got at, if you bought at that top, then you probably should expect to see a decline in the amount of money you have at that point or value in that market, because usually those are going to decrease a little at least, specifically and especially when they rise that quickly. Yeah.
One should have some dry powder, some cash to average down. Those are types of positions like when you go in on something that's that expensive at that price, and you better have some extra cash to average your price down. Because if you drop by 30%, 40%, 50%, or whatever percent, you got to have more money to buy more of that asset so that you can lower your price costs and be down less of a percentage, giving you more of a chance to come up when it does come back to that level. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you have that. A lot of people don't. Some people just go all in. Here, I got $100,000. I'm just gonna make one buy order and that's it, and they just watch it go down, down, down. Instead of doing that, put maybe 50,000. Okay, cool. Then you put another 10. Buy another 10. It drops. Oh, okay, buy another 10. You know what I'm saying? Until you hit that whatever. Well, however you want to. But that's just what I would do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, if you want to blow your wad all at once,
We're going to watch this. And guys, stay tuned. This is about a 3-minute clip. We're going to watch this, maybe comment on it, and then we're going to get into how somebody on this podcast, you know what I'm saying,
But you don't have to take my word for it.
actually made money on precious metals yesterday during the fall. We know the guy. He's wearing a T-Qron t-shirt as we speak. And somehow he made, how did he do that? I don't know. Do you know? No. I'm a regular Joe. I think if I own silver and I see the thing fall, if I have it, then I lose money. But somehow this man, T-Qron, made money. Guys, there are so many different ways to be successful. You just got to approach it correctly. We're going to get into that. Let's check this out. And then T-Qron's going to break that down because, look, I want to learn. Like I'm trying to be cool, y'all. I'm trying to be like, oh yeah, no, making that money, of course. And I'm like, how the hell did he do that? You know what I mean? So stick around. We are going to find out. Let's check out why the markets fell. Some commentary.
Stocks is under such tremendous pressure is because of the way that the underlyings have moved. Gold and silver, of course, have been very volatile, but you also have the likes of the base metals. You have the ferrous metals that have been in focus as well. Let's bring in Shreyansi to get you an update, because as we're speaking as well, Shreyansi, you're having silver futures that are crashing on the MCX.
Well, absolutely. And it's a crash that we haven't seen in a very long time. You're talking about a volatile day coming in trade, because at the start of the session, you did have both metals that were on strong footing. Right now, you have silver that has tumbled more than 10%, 10.6% to be precise. Gold is the one that is on your screens right now, down about 4.5% right now. And you do have those levels that are in focus on the back of, profit booking. That's one trigger for you. And other than that, the stronger greenback is also weighing on prices just a tad bit. And you're talking about this a day after the wildest swings that we've seen being recorded when it comes to gold. $5.8 trillion in market cap is something that you saw being lost and then coming right back up. That was gold for you yesterday on MCX as well, down right now as we speak and wobbling. As far as spot gold is concerned, what's interesting here is that it's still set for a record, and it's set for the largest monthly advance since January 1980. So that's the monthly advance that you're talking about. When you talk about silver as well, you're looking at a 10.6% downtick coming in. And when it comes to spot silver as well, about $102 an ounce is where spot silver is hovering around as well. And you do have those two key drags making a comeback here, profit booking as well as a firmer dollar as well. But you do have spot silver that is interestingly on track for its strongest month on record. So while it is a tale of two triggers, safe haven buying strongly supporting prices, at least on a monthly basis, but it's quite a crash there.
Okay, that's quite a crash there that we're seeing in terms of metals.
So interesting to me.
Quite a crash. Silver dropped over 30% yesterday, bro.
But it's back. I mean,
but people invest in gold and silver because, it's not as volatile as cryptocurrency. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
It's not the man.
That was a crypto move right there in the silver and gold. Whew. So how I made a few bucks, I caught the falling knife. Fuck it. I saw, okay, so if silver was down 30%, there's this and my pops put me out to the put me up on this. So shout out to my pops. He's been making money for over a month on this silver and gold trade. And he's been telling me, and like I expressed in the last episode or whatever, I was like, I'm pissed that I missed out on this, right? But now I'm in. Okay. And how I'm in is there's this and again, not financial advice. These are risky plays, okay? Leveraged ETFs. Look into leveraged ETFs just for day trading or just short-term holds. Do not, and I repeat, do not hold these long-term, because every day a percentage of the value will go down because there's expense ratio. These expense ratios are pretty high sometimes on the, but anyways, they're designed to, okay, so let's say silver dropped 30%. This particular stock that I'm about to mention, AGQ, it tracks silver futures, dropped almost 66%. And I just happened to look at it when it dropped to that low, 66% in a day. Wow. I said, hell to yeah, because it was at like 5 something, bro. And then it was like or was it 4 something? I don't have the charts right in front of me, but if you do, you can put. But yeah, it was in the 400 or 500s, dropped to like I caught it at like maybe 130 something, and I was like, fuck yeah. So I picked up multiple shares. Boom. Then there was this other one. Now that's a leveraged ETF. That's 2 times the action. So in other words, if silver is down 30%, this one is down 60+%. Okay, be careful with these. People get wrecked. I know. I mean, I can only imagine how many people lost their asses yesterday and sold. You know what I'm saying? In the red. But then also there was this gold ETF called GDXU. So it follows the GDX ETF, the gold ETF, but it's leveraged. So the moves that it makes, I believe, is 3 times, if not two times, one or the other. But it's leveraged. So once again,
And hold on, but before you go, what that means, okay, for somebody who doesn't know, it's leverage, so it means 2 times. What does
yeah.
that mean in layman's terms, real
So like when you, in other words, you can borrow money, like an average trader, you can it's called margin, right? So if I have, like, let's say $2,000 in my account, and my brokerage allows me to borrow X amount, that gives you, if you have more money, you can naturally buy more stock,
Right.
and your gains are bigger, right? But what happens is you have to repay that money, obviously. Okay, so it's the same concept. So, but in this case, you're not borrowing any margin on these ETFs, you're just buying them. The people that have the ETF set up, they're playing with leverage. Okay, so that's how the price action goes. So in other words, let's say, once again, gold, let's say if gold was down 20%, that means that index that's tracking it at a 2 times leverage is going to be down 40 or more percent. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, but with the same token, if it's up 20%, that motherfucker's up 40%. You get what I'm saying? In a
Yeah.
day. So yeah, that's how it works. Again, very risky plays. Shit, I don't do this normally, but when you see opportunities like that, bro, you just gotta take it, man. Made a nice little purse for the day. It was cool. It was cool. And I still got some. So I'm holding, and I'm hoping. But I don't know, bro. As we're talking, Bitcoin was at 77,000, bro. First time since April of 2025. So God only knows how ugly it's gonna look on Monday. But you know what? I am not selling. I don't sell at a loss. Like a boss. I don't sell at a loss. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get mine. So whatever that comes out to, shit, I don't care if I'm down over 75% on two of my positions, three of my positions, because it might become even a larger loss on paper. But once again, folks, again, you do not lose until you sell. So on paper, yes, it hurts. Yes, it hurts psychologically to look at, right? But have some faith. If you're invested in shit stocks that might never come back to where you bought it at, I get it. And you don't want to average down to where the playing field is leveled because you don't have that money, or you just don't want to spend more money. You're kind of fucked. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I do have, even in the plays that I don't have as much faith as I did when I first started in, I still have enough faith to still pile money into it, and maybe to my detriment. We'll see. But hey, if that happens, it's a fucking tax write off, right?
Well, it makes a lot of sense. It, like, something as solid as precious metals, if it's 66% down, buying it,
You
even
gotta get it,
anticipating
bro. It's gonna
56%
rebound.
down, means you
Yeah.
still gain 10% on the drop. That is how it's done.
Shit. I
That is the
caught the
real
move.
secret to the market.
So I made the move, and within 2 hours, already up 27% on the silver play. You know what I'm saying? 27% in a couple hours. Shit. That's
Hell
more
yeah.
than the S&P moves in a year.
That's what
You
I'm
get what I'm saying?
saying.
Like that's the thing about it. You know, your safe ETF players are going to sit there and of course, 15, 13, 14, 15% a year. That's incredible, because over the course of time, like, those percentages add up, right? But then you have those guys that are like, I just made like 150% in a day, or 2,000% in a week. Fuck your S&P. You get what I'm saying? Either which way, the goal is to make money. Learn how to make money. Use money to make more money, bro.
Yeah.
And sis,
And
you know
that's
what
the
I'm
thing,
saying?
man. It's it's like anything in life, man. High risk, high reward. To me, it's like going into a casino. I could go into a casino and start out as a dealer, work my way up to a pit boss, work my way up to a casino manager, making like $1 million a year, and I can do that and make some solid money, or I could be one of the 100,000 people that walk in there, that 2 or 3 or maybe even 10 are going to walk out rich, and the other 995,000 people are going to walk out broke. And,
Bro, I so
let
felt like
that
a
they have
gambler
what they want.
yesterday.
Say what?
I so felt like a gambler yesterday,
Yeah, I
bro. I was
bet,
literally,
man. Yeah.
fuck, bro. It's like I was excited. I was like, oh shit, we in Vegas again. But I don't even gamble in Vegas. That's what I'm saying. But it just feels like a casino. Like, literally, like, which slot are you gonna play? You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah.
table you going to, bro? Everything's falling. Make some good decisions, make some good moves. And it just worked out. You know what I'm saying? I caught the falling knife and right where I bought, it started rebounding. Boom. And I
Yep.
was I was like, hey, listen. If it drops more, I'm going to put more money into it because then I get more shares, better price. That shit will move. Now, am I going to hold that shit forever? No, because it's a leverage play. I'm going to make my money and be out on this one. This is not an Nvidia. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I sold a little bit of Nvidia just to and shout out to Nvidia, man. I love it. I always will. Yeah. And Microsoft got killed. Their earnings.
Which, yeah, because I mean I mean, this is that
That's what
race,
sparked the
bro.
sell off in tech the next day.
Yep,
You know what I
yep.
mean?
Speaking of weird sell-offs and precious metals, we like to dig into possible theories. I found this on the silver market and potential manipulation. This is a quick 2.5-minute video or so. Check this out.
But just real quick from News Treason Channel 17, you must show the people keep stacking. He reposted Bull Theory, who said the silver market is being heavily manipulated. Silver is trading at completely different prices at the same time. In the U.S., the COMEX, which Kirk Elliott's talking about today, silver's around $92. I think it dropped down to $77 last I checked. In Shanghai, physical silver is around $130 in China. That's a 40% premium in Shanghai. Same metal, two prices, and this gap is exactly what manipulation looks like. COMEX is mostly a paper market. In the U.S., silver trading is dominated by paper contracts. Most of the volume is not real silver moving around. It's contracts being bought and sold, and the paper to physical ratio is estimated around 350 to 1. That means for every 1 real ounce, there can be hundreds of paper claims. So when big players dump paper contracts, the price drops even if physical silver is still tight. No actual silver needs to be sold. They just sell paper and push the price down.
Yep.
SMM and Shanghai reflect real physical demand. SMM prices reflect actual physical transactions inside China. Silver holding around $120 there already shows stress. Shanghai spot price is near $130. You know, this shows something even clearer. Buyers are paying up because they need physical silver now. These premiums appear when supply is tight, delivery matters, contracts are not enough. Shanghai is not pricing paper leverage, it is pricing availability. Where paper dominates, silver prices are suppressed. Where physical demand dominates, silver trades much higher. COMEX shows a paper price. SMM and Shanghai show the physical price. The gap between them is proof that silver prices are being heavily influenced by paper trading, while the real market is already clearing much higher. Also, Dr. Kirk Elliott put out an economic commentary on our email system. So if you're subscribed to his email or if you've invested with him, you're on this. He said the silver move was extreme. I know it rattled a lot of people. That's why I wanted to speak directly to what actually happened and what didn't change. The drop erased only a couple of weeks of fast price action, not the larger structural reality behind silver.
There we go. That's why I jumped in.
Is still there. Demand.
Well, and
The demand is still there. There's very little silver in the world to make the dopest shit out there.
Yeah,
you can't make anything without silver.
And
not
now,
even your computers or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing.
Yeah, the new data centers are high. So what they did, I thought so they were using platinum, right? And that's why platinum, and they figured out how to use silver to kind of replace it, but they need more silver, right, than platinum. But they can use silver, which is cheaper and easier to get to than platinum. So silver, you know, and then as the data centers and tech shoots up, silver shoots up automatically, right? And then you bring it back around and you find out that it's being manipulated, the silver cost. What I liked about this and what you did too is it was saying that silver is being suppressed here, but it actually is much more valuable. So if you buy it, especially at the dip, you are really maintaining some value. And once again, like he just said,
that's a dip from God, baby.
Yeah.
Buy it.
Let's go.
Make sure you put that in. Make sure you clip that right there. That's a gift from God, baby. When you see a 30% dip in an asset that's running like that, it ran up a couple of 100% in the last 2 months, 3 months. Buy the dip.
Yep.
Make that money. Learn how to make that money, bro. Shit.
And when silver is trading at 40% higher on supply versus paper overseas, then you know the real value of it is even higher. So hold on to it, you know, and thank us later or don't. We're not giving advice. So yeah. So basically, long story short, even with the drop, silver is still way up.
And he provides a commentary, says he explains why he believes this was short-term pressure, why panic selling is the wrong response, and why perspective matters most in moments like this. Now we're fixing to get to Dr. Kirk Elliott's interview, which was, again, the day before silver dropped. But he does remind us that volatility will happen in this video. So again, I just read you something.
Very good stuff there, man. And I love the fact that it basically is right in line with what you were saying. And I love the fact that you were like, man, I'm buying some silver and making money on the dip, and as like just brilliant, dude. And I'm so happy that we have real-time results and stuff with that too.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like for me, because of the types of plays I'm in, I'm overall in the red, right? But that's on paper. It's okay. Like, I mean, well, for me, it's okay. It's not okay for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't handle a 5% dip. Some people can't handle a 10% dip. It's all good. Like my thing is, if you can't handle being down 1,000% on, I mean, $1,000 on paper, then you don't deserve being up $10,000. You know what I'm saying? So when it's green. So if you can't stand $1,000 loss in the red just on paper, it's not realized, then you don't deserve a $10,000, profit when it's in the green. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just part of the game. That's where the panic selling comes from. That's where a lot of retail investors lose their ass and they never come back in the markets. You know what I'm saying? They get scared.
Well, and not not diversified. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? So not making sure that you have everything that you have there. So, and it's important to it's important to remember that. It's important to remember that if you put all your eggs in one basket, if that basket goes away, you're kind of stuck without any eggs. I love a mixture myself. I love precious metals, always have. Normally, and what we're dealing with is an anomaly now. Normally, what you see in the market is long-term stability with precious metals, but it is volatile. But once again, I like the precious metals, love the crypto, right? And then I also like some entertainment / tech stock, because I feel like those are very overlooked. One thing you can always guarantee: people are going to make movies. People are going to want entertainment, no matter how poor a country is. There are countries that are considered way poorer than the United States that have vibrant film and music industries. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's why I like and we focus on things like Netflix and Warner Brothers and what's going on. Also, we're entertainment guys, so we have a heart for those kind of stocks there. Absolutely. So now on to, from stocks and precious metals, what do we go to? What do we do from there? I'm glad you asked. This is what we do right here. We do crypto. Talk to me, T. Are you ready for some crypto info?
Like I was just telling you, man, before we started, $77,000 for Bitcoin. It is on sale. It's never been this cheap. Well, it has, but the last time it was this cheap is April 2025. So we've reached everything since April 2025 in February, essentially.
Yeah, man, and can I tell you,
almost a year later. Woo.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. I was gonna say I'm very disappointed, and you got to watch who you pay attention to, because we even covered it on this show, man. And I dug in when it initially fell and it popped back up and went down to 80s. Then it was holding right around 90, and man, we covered it. And I had like 4 different sources talking about how Bitcoin was going to maintain around 90, and the big players, the banks, the BlackRocks, were going to do what they needed to do to keep that
the price,
around 90. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, what's cool about that is then and I even said, I remember hearing myself like the other day, well, okay, so we can say 90 is kind of a good starting point. That's awesome now. So we know. No, I was wrong. They were wrong. You know what I mean? Booming.
I know in one of these previous episodes I said that if we break that, we're going to about 76, 70 something. You know what I'm saying? 78. So that's where we're at right now. Man, yeah, it's gonna be painful because I got a bunch of MicroStrategy plays that I'm fucking stuck in for so long. Which
Man, let's see what I'm in at
anyways.
Digital Asset News. One of the smartest, low-key guys, high energy, swimming pool background, because everybody does their office and high-level trading work in their backyard. And it's always sunny, always in December, wherever we are. So anyway, let's it's not a green screen.
It
at
depends
all.
on where you're at.
I'm just
Hawaii and Vegas
You're
and
not-
and Florida.
I like
California doing well too.
Yeah, man, but if you're doing that well in California and Vegas, you're still gonna have like a nice office. I know people in LA that podcast all the time. They have studio. Anyway, I love the dude. He's trying to spice it up. Let's go spicy. I love spice. Let's go.
That we would see a little bit more of other markets getting liquidated because there's only one market that's open 24/7, 365 to help out if you've lost a lot.
Say what?
I was just he said getting liquidated. I said getting smashed. Ooh,
Yeah.
77.
That's why he's like, there's only one market open 24/7.
On your leveraged longs. It's digital assets. So right now we're at 77,421. Maybe it's rebounded. Let me see. No, it went lower. 77,390. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's only $20, $31 or so. So you still got hope. Looking pretty good. But like as we talked before, is like these 4-year cycles. I mean, pretty much the first or second month into the next year, and I'm talking about like in 2017 we had an all-time high. 2018 was the big drawdown. 2021 we had an all-time high, and then 2022 was the big drawdown. And if we go all the way back, 2013 was the all-time high, and 2014, 15 was the big drawdown. So in those first 2 months is when you lost a lot. We can just see here. I am yet again stealing information from Ben's website. If you want to sign up for it, 10% discount on the first month. Just saying, it's pretty great. And a lot of stuff is actually free. Like I think this one's free, and the DCA tool is free. So links in the description. But look at this. So like when I got in November of 2017, this was the price, 8,200 and whatever it was. I think I bought it for 8,500. And I thought I was a genius. And then, of course, we get to December, and it goes to 19,500. And everybody's like, ooh, it's going to keep going forever. John McAfee, remember him? Going to $1 million. Well, then for about, like in the first month or so after that, in January, the drawdown within roughly a month went down 41%. And then if we go to February, you're looking at 58%. Dropped off the face of the planet. And that, of course, goes from $20,000 to $8,000. Now, if we fast forward and we go into 2021, November 2021 was great times, 67,000, somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, we'll just say 64. 14th November, correct me in the comments. But for the highs, we're at roughly 67,000. And so in November into the next year, into 2022, into January and February, you're looking at negative 45, almost 50% from its all-time high. So you went from 67,000, and then you went to 36.8. And again, that's only like in the first month of the down year. And now, of course, here we are in 2026, and we had a nice little fat run there. And I think that was in October 6th, 124,000. And so far, we're only at 32% on 30th of January. So if we just go back and what happened back then, you could expect another, minimum 15 to 20% drop off. So 69K, I think someone said in the comment section, that's lenient, quite honestly. But not just because it happened before, I mean it's going to happen again. But these are the things I need to prepare you guys for, which I've been trying to do my best to tell you. Like, look, it's going to suck for a bit. But if you have a long-term mindset and you're looking at dollar cost average, we've been talking about dynamically dollar cost averaging. And just last week, I made a quick change.
Yeah.
Instead of doing every day, I'm doing every once a week. But it's the same amount. You can either buy like $10 a day or just.
Now he's kind of getting into that, conversation.
Average down.
But I do appreciate
down.
That was like, I was like, okay, man, this is what he's covering in this little 2 minutes is so, in my opinion, so good. And that he's breaking down, okay, guys, look at the 2017. Look at, you know what I mean?
You have to zoom out. Yeah. You have to zoom out.
Yeah. And, man, I'll be honest, for years, the last 2 years, I was worried about some kind of crash in that Nothing
It's
goes up
inevitable.
forever. You know what I mean? A
It's
balloon cake.
inevitable. Yeah.
And knowing that we were sitting at 8 and 6% inflation, yet the market kept exploding, I was like, something is not right here. You know, back in the day, it's like these, you know, so it just, the plane has to land. The plane, you know, the plane has to land. That's just what it is. You know, no bad, no this or that, but you're looking at, okay, 8% inflation, but the stock market is killing it in 2023, you know, or 2023, 24, back down to around 3% inflation, still high, you know, and now we're at 2%, 2.4. The dollar was low, right? But now the dollar is kind of climbing back up. However, precious metals are falling. It's, oh my gosh, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. But for us crypto warriors, I think this was so important to look at and understand how it relates greater in the timeline and overall in the history of the market there, man. What any thoughts on that, dog?
Oh yeah, my thoughts is I'm buying more ARKB. I got Bitcoin ETFs. So I'm just gonna pile more money into it, bro, because that shit's gonna be so cheap. For those of you that actually own actual Bitcoin, fucking I would buy, bro, if you got like he said, a long-term mindset and a long-term outlook. You saw where it just went to. It was like $126,000. What's gonna stop it from going back there and even higher this year? You get my point? Like, and if you came in at 77,000 and that goes up to $130,000,
Mm-hmm.
get your money, man. But again, not financial advice because, and listen, man, this is not your average. This is not your average asset. This is crypto and silver and gold acting like this now. All of a sudden, huge swings up, huge swings down. You know what I'm saying? It's different times, man. Like mind you, I've only been in the markets for about 5 years now, but when you go back and look into things and research, like unprecedented moves, man.
Yep, absolutely.
So I'm buying more. I'm buying more. I don't know
It's
about
kind
y'all.
of if you can get your head around it, it's kind of exciting, yeah.
Fuck yeah. These are
That's what I'm saying.
discounts. I mean, this is like Black Friday all over again. Like, what do you mean? Like, but this is just for
Today, focused on
only people that have that kind of mindset and understand how this works are going to think that way. Most people
Right.
are dying right now. They're panicking. They're having fights. They're going to fucking divorce each other on Monday over it. Okay? No, it's real shit.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Babe, what the fuck? We're down $80,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what
And
I'm
there's
saying?
something to be said for being poor. There's something to be said for being poor and looking at, you know, the stock market as almost a retirement vehicle. You know,
Yeah.
like you know,
Shit, I'm
IRAs.
down thousands of
Yeah.
fucking dollars. Not 80,000, but you get my point? Like,
Yeah. Well, I just mean it's like I'm not pulling anything out. Like I ride it. I'm on the train at this point, right?
that's because
Because
you need to have the money. Don't invest anything that you're not okay with
willing to
losing.
lose.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas like what I'm
Okay
gonna
with
pull
losing.
$5,000 out and live a little more comfortably for 2 months, and then that $5,000 is gone. Or I'm gonna leave that $5,000 in, and in 3 months it's $8,000, and then I can diversify that 3 extra grand and leave that
It may not even
$5,000
be
in.
3 months. Shit, it may take
Yeah.
3 years, but fuck, a gain is a gain. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
Exactly. You're right. You're right. I don't
yeah.
want to like. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It'll be
right, and that's the thing. Like, people get into this game thinking that they're going to become rich by the end of the week. It might happen based on the avenue you take in the game. Right? There's different ways to make money in it, but don't come in with that mindset that get quick rich shit, because a lot of the times you're going to blow your account up and you're going to never want to invest again because you're going to think it's rigged and it's manipulated and so forth and so on. And it might be to an extent, but you have to play in order to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reward without risk. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it goes, man. Just be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? But we're all going to take losses. You have to come in with the mindset of you are going to not win 100% of the time. There's nobody that wins 100% of the time, bro. But the probability of you winning, if you get an education, you understand what's happening in the markets, is high that you will make some money off of it eventually.
Absolutely. And to speak to long-term, man, I actually pulled
A
this
quote.
clip. Well, okay. So this is a clip. This is a file clip. So when I hit add to stage, or anyway, long story short, this is I hate the name of it because it incites emotion. So I don't want to get too deep into the name of it because before, and it's funny because Gerald Ford Jr., proud Democrat, awesome dude, was talking about, they had been talking about this. It was called the American Savings Account. Now they're calling it the Trump Savings Account. But this is a great little 2-minute clip I pulled about for children long term. And this is what I think a lot of folks should be focused on. Check this out.
Transformative piece of that agenda, which is the Trump accounts. Now, they're for babies born from 2025 through 2028. Each of these children is eligible for $1,000 from the government, like a government savings account, essentially, for these children, automatically invested in American companies. Parents and employers can contribute as well. That makes these things very strong savings vehicles. At 18 years old, the money can either stay there or you can start to take it out to go towards college, to go towards starting a business. You can save it a little longer than that and use it to invest in your first home. So at one point, the president brought rapper Nicki Minaj on stage, calling her a great supporter of President Trump and of these accounts. Watch.
I am probably the president's #1 fan.
All these rappers trying to get into the money game, man. I tell you what, you know what
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm all for that account. But this Nicki Minaj shit is so suspicious and weird, bro. Do you hear her? Like, do you see her mannerisms, the voice, the way she spit? I'm probably Donald Trump's biggest. Like, can somebody say hand up your backside? I don't know. I'm not buying Nicki.
All right, man. I know nobody
Yeah.
is. Who are you going to buy? What person on the liberal hip hop, cool hip side of things that would
Nobody.
say,
I don't like
hey,
anybody
man,
swearing.
I've seen the light, and I realize a lot of what I've been told was BS and lies, and goes against directly helping me and my family in the world. So I'm changing some of my opinions on things. At what point is the mainstream media going to be like, you know what? They had a change of heart, and you know what really changed their heart, and not for nothing, but what changed her heart was the Christians that were being persecuted and murdered, and the Christian orphanage that they kidnapped all those kids and hurt all those kids, and that's what changed her. And I'm here to tell you, and I am living proof, man, that your heart can change. And when your heart changes, the world around you and how you look at it changes. And when the world around you changes, your values and beliefs change. So
100%, bro. But this is the industry that we're talking about.
Yep.
I just.
And here's the thing: it costs her so much money.
It's like it wasn't natural the way she said that.
But why would she do it? What does it benefit her?
I don't know.
Did it cost her millions of dollars?
I don't want to speculate.
All right. So yes or no questions. Did it cost her millions of dollars to do this? Did it cost her millions of fans? Did she have to shut down her Instagram account?
It sure did. Yeah.
Did it cost her gigs and all? Okay, so why would she do this then?
I don't know. What
if it's from the heart?
It just sounds so forced. That's all I'm saying.
Just go look at any of her social media posts. Look at the comments. Look at how brutally awful they are to her. Look at the threats. Look at how they talk to her. Why would she?
And I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying.
Was she rich and successful before
That's
Trump?
all I'm saying, bro.
She didn't need Trump for money. She didn't need Trump for success. She didn't need Trump for shit. So this to me is a change of heart because look at what she's getting. And I'm one of the people who knows firsthand how you trade your career and your livelihood to stand on principle. And sometimes it doesn't work out to your financial benefit, but you do what you do because it's right. You know what I mean? So anyway, regardless of that, man, I'm trying to show you what they do is they break down.
And that's not going to change. And they have to say to me to support him more.
And a lot of support there today for these accounts and to encourage people to save and also to have kids. So Trump campaign advisor Alex Brusewitz joins me in a little bit. He says that he helped bring Minaj into the fold on all of Tony, who is chief economist, rollout today, EJ, at the White House. But first, Heritage Foundation. He was also with us today. You know, I want to start by taking a look at who can take advantage of these accounts and what you see as the good reason for doing so.
Well, Martha, if you are a newborn from 20.
So just looking at this, I love this because if we could just call this the American account or the
you
American
could possibly
style
have 6 figures up by 18. Holy shit. Sorry, not to. What
No,
we
you're
saying?
right. And if you held it for another 10 years, you'd have over $1 million.
A millionaire by 30. Woo!
Yeah. If no contributions are made, you still get 18 grand. You know what I mean? If you're 28, or you still get 5 grand by the time you're 18 from 1,000. So, and that's not a whole lot of money, but if you're smart,
It's something. It's something.
If you're smart and your parents have taught you, and they're like, this is not money to spend. This is money. You're 18. Do you understand? By the time you're 48 in 30 years, you'll have over $1 million, and you can retire at 48. You know what I mean? If you make the maximum 5 grand a year, just 5 grand a year maximum contributions into it, by the time you're 28, you'll have $1 million. By the time you're 48, Lord knows how much you'll have. So that's what I wanted to show. You know what I mean? So, and show that Nicki Minaj was down for this and she loved it for children too. And I thought that was interesting that we have somebody, you know what I mean? Regardless of this or that or who we like or don't, we have a person who is very successful from the streets, like we like to feature here, specifically on this account, not anything else, but on this account. You know what I mean? Saying it was a good thing. I appreciate that. I give her credit because if it was Snoop Dogg coming out for Kamala Harris talking about the Kamala accounts and it was this exact same thing, I would be happy about it then too. You know what I mean?
I feel
great.
I feel like Snoop does a much better, like, you know, just it goes like he's smooth about it. There was just something so odd about the way she said what she said. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
You
and
know
I mean, Snoop's a Trump fan now too, so he was at the
Of
inauguration.
course, I know that. I clearly saw that. You know
what happens? You know who's a Trump? Anybody with money, anybody who has to pay capital gains tax, anybody who has a property and some value worth $1 million or more dollars that realizes I have to pay like 100 grand on this just to have it. Like, just because it's things I have, the government says I take money you have to make because you own this. Like, these things are separate, but I'm going to tax you because you own these things. People who don't own anything don't understand that. They don't understand what capital gains tax is and why it's such a BS thing. But once rappers who never had nothing, who came from the streets, all of a sudden have 3 homes in 3 different places and 14 cars, and they're like, wait, you mean I got to pay an extra tax just because I have these things? Like, for no reason. I just got to pay, or they take them, or they literally, they go, you owe us 20 grand because you have that house, but I didn't, but I own it, and I bought it, and it's free and clear and paid for, and I paid all the taxes when well, now it's 20 grand just because you own it this year. What if I don't pay it? Then we will come and take it from you. You know what I mean? That's how it really works, man. You know, do you really own land in America? You know what I mean? That's honestly why I like crypto, because there is a legitimate right to ownership over it more than even land. True story.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm all for these accounts, man. People should definitely, I mean, you know, the kids that are born between 2025 and 2028, I don't know what's going to happen after that. Maybe they'll stop, maybe they'll continue. But if your baby is born in those years, make sure that you teach them. Make sure you teach them at an early age. You don't even have to put in 5,000 shit. Put in 500. Whatever you got. Put something in there. Let it grow, let it grow, let it grow.
Can we just call it the U.S. accounts for kids or something, or the American?
Yeah, it's like investing in a new version of the S&P or something. It's like a 401k for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like,
well, and any smart investor like yourself knows this is good for the markets. If you're not a child but you have money in the markets, knowing all of this money is coming,
that's more liquidity. Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it creates more rich people, man, because these are kids that would maybe never have access to money or understand how the mechanisms work, man. And now they get to. And I love that.
But you know what? I will be pissed off at that fucking 18-year-old walking around with $300,000 in a wallet. Fucking little. Sorry.
2025 to 2028, you can get enrolled in these accounts. It's very, very easy. Not doing so would be a big mistake. You're going to leave money on the table. So people should definitely take advantage of it that way, as well as people who are maybe a little.
All right. As I said before in that viral clip, man, it's like, can I just get the information about the accounts? You know what I mean? Why do we have to talk about the package and the Cheeto and can we just get the information about the accounts? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you know how that frustrates me, man. I'm like, I just want information about these accounts because they're a good thing. You know what I mean? It's like, well, first let's tell you how great Orange Leader is. And you're like, oh my God. So anyway, we'll stop. I'm not do another rant on that.
Not the Orange Leader. That's funny.
You know what I'm talking about, man? Like, look, that was the best clip I could possibly come up with talking about these accounts. And still, I had to, we have to sift through,
Yeah, man.
3-minute account. And you have to.
It's propaganda.
Yeah, man.
They have an agenda, man. They have an agenda. All of them do.
All right, man. We're going to close out with that inspiration because that's what we do. Wall Street looks like us now. Got a couple of clips from him and we're done. This is an inspiring.
The Israelites walked in the wilderness for 40 years, Jose, and they left Egypt with gold, silver, fine linen, and livestock. These are possessions that the wealthy have. Now watch this. Not one time did we hear about somebody trying to rob them. Not one time did we hear about them being attacked for their possession for 40 years. And you can't tell me that they ain't have pirates, robbers, and jackers during that time. People were stealing at a high level. So you telling me for 40 years, nobody ain't steal no gold, no silver, no livestock, or no fine linen. Even when God promised us something and our heart not developed, he still will protect us in our stupidity. Sometimes what God will do is he'll tell you where you're going to end at, but he ain't going to tell you what you got to go through to get there. The Israelites walked in the wilderness for 40 years, Jose.
All right, man.
And
What
they
did
left
you think,
Egypt with.
Yes, sir. You gotta walk in faith, man. You gotta walk in faith. You have to have that faith. Faith is like, you know how you make plans for tomorrow? You know what I mean? That's faith. Because you have faith in the fact that tonight you'll go to sleep. And tomorrow you'll wake up, right? Same thing. But those are little things. People don't realize they have the ability to have faith. Some have more than others. And it drives us and it helps us get to where we need to be. Yeah. I like that, man. I like homie. I like homie right there. He's a good dude.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And then this will be our last one right here, man. And this is the market exposes who you really are.
Chase and profit, you also got to chase development. The market don't just test your portfolio, y'all. It shows you who you are. It shows you all the weaknesses. It shows you your greed. It shows you your impatience. It shows you your fear. It shows you your relationship with money, how toxic it is. Protect the profits, y'all. The profits ain't just the money. The profits is your emotion. The profits is your vision, your ability to execute. That's the profits. The money is just the byproduct of the accumulation of the mental stability, the emotional stability, and the vision. When you treat the game like the game can change your life, it's going to change your life. If you treat the game like it's a hobby, I promise you, you're going to get part-time profits. And if you cool with part-time profits, just know your freedom, it's going to be the most expensive thing that you ever buy. And they ain't going to never give it to you. Not only is it expensive, every time you wait, they add a little more tax to it. It's the price you pay to walk off the plantation, man. While you chasing profit, you also got.
That was deep, man. I think we got to run that one more time. We got to run that one more time.
Please, while you chasing profit, you also got to chase development. The market don't just test your portfolio, y'all. It shows you who you are. It shows you all the weaknesses. It shows you your greed. It shows you your impatience. It shows you your fear. It shows you your relationship with money, how toxic it is. Protect the profits, y'all. The profits ain't just the money. The profits is your emotion. The profits is your vision, your ability to execute. That's the profits. The money is just the byproduct of the accumulation of the mental stability, the emotional stability, and the vision. When you treat the game like the game can change your life, it's going to change your life. If you treat the game like it's a hobby, I promise you, you're going to get part-time profits. And if you cool with part-time profits, just know your freedom, it's going to be the most expensive thing that you ever buy. And they ain't going to never give it to you. Not only is it expensive, every time you wait, They add a little more tax to it. It's the price you pay to walk off the plantation, man. While you chasing profit, you also...
Yo, do me a favor,
Right.
man. Send me that clip.
Word.
That is fucking profound, homie. Whoa. The market teaches you about yourself. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Ooh, that hit hard. That hit deep. Yeah, man. Yeah, I want that
freedom
clip.
is the most expensive thing you will ever buy, and they're not gonna
This
just
is why, like, I fucking post and say the shit that I do, man. If you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you're gonna be working until you get put to sleep permanently. I swear to God, like, it's crazy.
And even to all the distractions, man, it makes me think of a post you made. Like him and you are very similar. You know that. That's probably why you like him so much. Because you like yourself. And I like that about you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, fuck yeah, man. You gotta like yourself, because who else is gonna like you but yourself, man? There's been many a days that I didn't like myself, but I love myself more today than I did yesterday, and I'm probably gonna love myself more tomorrow than I did today. And that's the goal, baby. Get to a place in life where you can feel that way mentally, emotionally, and nothing can break you down. You know what I'm saying? I've been through my losses. I'm gonna take more losses in the future, but you know what? God willing, I'll be strong enough to deal with them motherfuckers head on.
Heck yeah.
Because that's what real motherfuckers do. You know what I'm saying? That's what being a real G is about. You know what I'm saying? Life is gonna beat you down, bro. But you gotta, yeah. And learning how to make money, using money. That's a fucking what a
You got
skill.
to. Well, I
What a
mean,
skill.
that's the secret. That's how poor people stay poor and rich people
Yeah.
get and stay rich, is using money as a mechanism. Money
I
isn't the
wish more
everything.
people would hit us up. I wish more people would hit you up or me and ask us, like, hey, forget what stocks to pick. Tell me how or what, how to get into the markets, or what is this about? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's too few of y'all. Like, I know there's people watching, but at the same time, like,
They have
ask questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Comment, share the video. Other people might need to. You may not see as much value in it than somebody else, that you never know that this is some shit that you never knew you needed. The you know what I'm saying? The Visionary Value Podcast, baby. This might have been the dopest, most exciting episode so far.
Heck yeah. And I
Yeah.
want to thank you for something you said that brought me back to something. That's why everybody needs to follow T-Qron, man. It is a valuable follow. But man, you posted the other day, man. You said y'all need to get off politics and get into y'all-itics. And that, my friend, you said that, and that was brilliant, because you realize, man, it's almost like being it's literally WWE, and it is cool to watch WWE. It's cool to enjoy that as a leisure activity. It's like, hey man, I'm gonna take an hour of my evening. I've worked hard for 15 hours, 13 hours, hit the gym, did the day job, up, talk to the folks. I'm gonna sit down and watch WWE tonight as my entertainment. Maybe as
Royal Rumble tonight, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually already happened, but I still pretend like I didn't know. I'm not watching none of the spoilers. Fuck yeah. Royal Rumble is absolutely my favorite time of the year, but continue.
Oh, I'm with you, man. I'm gonna check it out tonight too. And I don't even watch it that much. However, politics can be the same. And it's one of those, if you woke up every morning checking Triple H's Twitter feed and fighting with John Cena fans every morning, every day, and you were on your Facebook and your Instagram, no, John Cena, no, he's the real wrestler. He's clearly way more skilled. And people were like, no, John Cena's a bad dude. And it's like, it would be like, what's wrong with you, bro? These men are living their life, and you really don't have anything to do with them, and they are gonna do their thing regardless of how you feel about it. You know what I mean? You're just trying to show other dudes that you matter somehow, because you're missing relevance and legitimacy in your community. But when you said get out of politics and get into y'all-itics, it reminded me of that. Be a 10-mile man. Focus on the 10 miles around you. And if you're not doing everything you can to make those the best 10 miles in the world, it doesn't matter what you're saying on Facebook, man.
Yeah.
Because there's
You know what
people
I'm gonna
around.
do? I'm gonna start, like, putting my logo on them a little bit more, especially on the ones that I, personally come up with. That way, when it gets, you know what I mean, gets a little, what I'm saying, credit or whatever. But yeah, no, it's the truth, man. You gotta focus on yourself, bro. Like, okay, it's cool to understand what's happening in the world. You know what I'm saying? Soak some of it in. Fuck yeah, understand it. Fucking watch it all day, but not all week, not all month, not all year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on what matters the most, which is you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Profit.
that's cool.
What you said. Every time you go to the gym, you're creating profit for your life. Every time you eat right, you're creating profit.
Yeah.
Every time you exercise self-discipline, you're creating profit and value, and money is a side measurement of that profit and value. And I love that, dude. So
Yeah, man. Yeah.
T-Qron, what do you want to tell the people, man? Talk to us.
Shit. Just appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying? It's 2026. It's been a great January so far. And hopefully well, not hopefully. I know. Okay, we got to change our mindset from being hopeful to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing and claiming it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to be a dope ass 2026, and I hope it is for the rest of y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Hit me on the social media tip. Facebook T-Qron, just like it shows on the shirt. Same thing on the Instagram, T.Qron instead of the dash, or an underscore rather. Hit me on the TikTok, you know what I'm saying? I'm easy to find, easy to talk to. You gonna fall in love with the content if you got an open mind, clear vision, and a passion for life. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for that bullshit, you're probably not gonna like me. But if you're looking for that cool shit, I got you. When it comes to health, wealth, hip hop, concert promotion, wrestling. Yes, Royal Rumble tonight. Liv Morgan wins the women's rumble. Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns wins the men's rumble. That's my prediction.
Ooh.
Roman fucking Reigns. Ain't nobody doing it like the Usos. The tribal fucking chief is that dude, bro. But yeah, that's my picks.
That's awesome. I love it. I don't know enough about it other than I know it's going to be fun to watch.
Fuck
T-Qron
yeah.
is always fun to watch. Make sure you subscribe. Happy Monday tomorrow night. As you know, it's going to be Power Sports time. Make sure you tune in and don't miss it. We love you. And every night, 8 p.m. right here on the PT Pod. Same bad time, same bad channel. This has been Visionary Value. We will see you next week. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Oh, boy.